Hello, welcome back. In VREasy 1.2 update, we've included an option for developers to allow users to store the choices of swap actions into a file. So when a user selects a particular option, a switch action option, and then that value is stored into a file. So this is very, very handy, for instance, for product developers or interior designers that want to poll the opinion of their users into how their scenes, how they prefer their scenes, how they want their scenes to look. So in this example, we have two walls and two display buttons that we've configured to switch or swap in between textures. So wall 1 has a choice of three textures, A, B, and C. So does wall 2. Okay. So in this case, we've selected wall 1 to have texture A and wall 2 to have texture C. And we can see if the buttons have been configured to store the options, and the console spits out the path in which it was stored, the options were stored. They're always stored in a file called VREasyOptions.txt, and they're always put into the persistent path folder. In the case of the editor, is the user application temporary folder of your computer. So we go right ahead into that folder. We have the VREasy option text file, and here we have our options. So the first element indicates the ID of the options. So this is controlled by, if you go to your display button, or for that matter, any switch action button. It has a store options toggle. If it's activated, then it'll write to that file. And the option name is the one that indicates the ID. So this ID is indicated by this field. So in this case, this line is storing the wall 1 option, and it's telling us that the user last selected rug 1 as the choice. And for wall 2, we have a separate display button, and we have a different ID, wall 2 option. We can see that wall 2 option, the last user interaction was selecting rug 3. So the choice or the option ID is set up by the switch action itself. The choice, the actual choice, is a direct name of the material. In the case of materials, that is all. It can also be the name of the mesh, texture, sprite, or any other element that you are swapping. So this works as well with meshes, as well as with materials. So if we close that file and then go back and try to select, we're going to select texture B for both of them, which corresponds to the material rug 2. And if we go to the options files, you can see how both options have been set to rug 2. Rug 1 corresponds to A, and rug 2 corresponds to B. So the system has stored the latest user interaction. That's it for all. Thank you very much.